storing and managing data in computers and will allow a program to access, modify, insert, delete, and process data efficiently. So in data structures class, this is how they our program right there we will begin to follow such steps in order for us to make it really arranged, for example, in such format, like for example you're trying to use as a sorting techniques wherein from ascending to descending order you will begin to manipulate those data to be arranged in a chronological order. It could be like that, and there will be such operations that you will begin to follow as you go through pertains to this one, which will be the insertion, mga deletion, and accessing the data, and there will be checking if how many data are there in that container, if the container is full or is it empty. Those are the operations that you might begin to encounter as you go through with the process. Now, the appropriate data structures depend on the type of informations and operations required by the program, of course. Why do you think, by the way, class, that it is really a need for us to really check or to also observe what are those appropriate data structures that we will begin to use in such programs or projects, for example? Why is it a need? Mr. Montibon, why do you think? Yes? Montibon? Grayo?
Um, why, sir, para mas organize ang atong data, sir, kag hapos lang sila
EOP,
gamiton, sir.
English only policy during our discussion.
Ano, sir, for storing data, for storing data and to use them easily, sir.
Okay. Aside from that one, what about you, Mr. Cedrics? Since your camera is off, what happened to you?
What's the question, sir?
Do I need to repeat my question? Are you listening right there or not?
Mali ko, sir.
I am not a robot that can definitely repeat and repeat over and over again. Nope. Do you want me to kick you out in the room?
Oh, sir.
Yeah, of course. The question is, why do you need to really check what will be the appropriate data structures, for example, in such programs or in such problems or activities that you will begin to work with?
To make sure that the inputted data is correct and structured well to avoid any inconveniences or any problems, sir.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yes, of course, it is a need class that we will begin to come to consider that one because there might be cases that this data structures is not suitable in terms of your needs. For example, in your program and in your project, for example, you try to use a multiple this single dimensional array where in fact you will are you supposed to use the double those multi-layer arrays, and then you have to come to consider if it is really connected or if it is really a must into your project. That's why class in your project proposal you need to consider if this kind of data structures and algorithm if it might also necessary that how can I implement this one, what will be the purpose for this, what will be the certain reason why I should use this one. Anyway, pretty much the example for this one, an array stores students, grades, and sequential positions, while a linked list stores records through connected nodes. What does it mean, class? In our array, if you can recall, array is definitely a set of elements. Do you know what is set? I assume um, that you were able to understand set in your discrete mathematics. I don't want to repeat over and over again here those topic in your discrete mathematics. What is a set, Miliares? I
Asset,
can't
sir,
hear
is a
you.
collection.
Yes?
Asset, sir, is a collection of data, sir.
A collection of data, of course. That is a collection of data. Very good that you were able to at least remember something that I've actually taught you way back then? Because if you were not able to answer that, maybe problem ka gid sa akon kay ako ang teacher mo. Anyway, um, pretty much when we say set, for example, we have 1, 2, 3. Can you see the annotated date things here on my screen? Can you see what I'm actually writing? Makita
Yes,
nyo?
sir.
Hindi. Okay. Say,
Sir.
for example, this is the set that you do have. When we say set, a collection of data um, which is separated with a comma, and that is an array. So when we say array, that is a set of collection of data, and for the linked list, that is a set of node wherein connected to each other. Say, for example, node 1 connected to node 2 is connected to node 3. There will be certain um layer I mean types of linked list as well. Just a second. Happened to this one. Okay, just a sec. All right, one moment, class. Okay, now let's actually go ahead and proceed. So we will begin to really discuss, we'll begin to really deal when it comes to array and when it comes to linked list in our next topic. And since this will be an introductory, this will be pretty much an introduction for those topic that is expected to be covered within the semester. Now, okay, how should I erase this? Okay, there you have it. Clear all my annotation. Perfect. So since we're able to identify what is data structures already, what do you think, if you can still remember, what is algorithm? What do you think is algorithms so far? Yes, Mr. Taglokop, without reading into their presentations that I do have in the screen, um, what do you think it would be? Yes? What do you think is it? Taglokop, are you still there or are you sleeping already? I can't hear you. Yes? Can you hear me, class? Are you still there? Hello? Okay. Mr. Justin, what is
Sir.
algorithm?
Um, a step by step, sir.
A step by step.
A
Can you
step.
actually give me or can you suffice a specific example that is connected to algorithm in real world scenario? Yes? You don't have any answer? What about you, Paroko?
Um,
What will be your
thank you,
example
Lord.
for algorithm?
Wait lang, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Real world scenario, sir, or
Or what?
wait lang, sir.
You know what? I really hate that you will always keep me waiting. Yes,
Algorithm is a
Aris.
step by step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a step by step that was already mentioned by Mr. Justin already. And yes, Aris, do you wanted to say something?
Algorithm, sir. Samples ang algorithm, sir,
EOP.
in, in real life. Ng sample sa algorithm, sir, ng magluto ka, sir, adobo. Like,
English.
may, English. Like, when you cook adobo, sir, there is a recipe that you follow, and it is ng I mean,
What?
basta may there is instructions to follow.
Okay, perfect. So thank you so much for that. That you were able to still remember their discussion way back then. That's I assume pretty much fresh pa sa mind mo. Okay. When we say algorithm, of course, that was already discussed in your programming or programming one or two, I assume. So it is a finite and ordered set of instruction used to solve a problem or complete a task. Receive input, process the input through clearly defined steps, and produces a good output. So of course, well, we are trying to work on here with an IPO structure. And a good algorithm must be clear, finite, correct, effective, and capable of ending after a finite number of steps. So, of course, for algorithm, there will be such gradual process that we are trying to follow accordingly in order for us to make that thing. So when we say algorithm class, for example, as being mentioned earlier by Aris, that we're if you will begin to create adobo, cook adobo, there will be a certain roadmap that you will begin to follow. So when we you actually build a program, also you must also use a good algorithm. Like for example, how will you work on with that from this problem, for example, there will be a problem ang parking lot sa UNOR. So how will you suffice or how will you solve the situation nga wala pa naka-arrange ang ilang nga parking lot system? So using data structures and algorithm, you might come to think what will be the roadmap that you can also put into consideration nga makasuffice ang amo nga problem. Like for example, step by step, I will begin to use priority queue. For example, if PWD will park here or senior citizen just like you, oh, chares lang, ma-park diri nga area, and then um and such there will be a certain scenario that where you will park, for example, a certain station that you will go with. Those are the things that you can also implement. So from there, after creating a good algorithm, there will be another you have to create your you have to create the next one will be the flow chart, and after you created the flow chart, that will be the pseudocode, and then after creating the pseudocode, that will be the main implementation, which is coding for that thing already. So just right now, I know that in your mindset, I will begin to prompt that directly into the chat gpt or any ai for me for that ai will give you a certain step by step to solve this kind of problem that you are trying to work with. No, that's definitely a bad prompting. You need to create a such plan or design first. You can work on with Figma first, for example, and then afterwards you can, because Figma Make will definitely give you a certain design, or if you're working on during third year level, pwede na kamuda maka work on with regards to the front end development. You can learn aside from that there in the Figma Make. Then aside from that, you will begin to ask the AI tools, for example, how can I create the back end for this? What are the certain codes or what are the certain data structures and algorithm that I can definitely work on or use as I go with the process. So because if you don't have any design in creating your things ka, so wala ka mo process, of course, so ano lang, you're trying to build a house without a structure. 'Di ba? Do you actually understand what I'm trying to point out? Are you still following K23?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, I'm so sorry if I talk a lot and then slow ang aton presentation. It's just that thing. Daily life example, a cooking recipe is an algorithm because it provides an ordered procedures for preparing food, and programming a searching algorithm provides steps for locating a specific value inside an array. Of course, when we certainly find a certain numbers class, we must follow a certain algorithm. It could be like you can work on with linear searching, we can work on with binary searching, and there will be a specific characteristics of those algorithms that we'll begin to use. How linear linear search work, that is a brute force way. When we say brute force, from zero index going to the nth index. When we say nth index, where the element located, if and only if that element is really present in that particular array. Now, when I say binary search, it will only it will only be functional for the sorted element. When we say sorted, that is already well arranged from ascending to descending order or descending to ascending order. It could be like that. So for this manner, the binary search will work on with dividing the set into two, and then after that one, you will begin to check if the element could be in the left side or into the right side, and then you will begin to put into consideration if I'll proceed into the right or into the left. But no worries on that. It will be vague for you right now, and we'll begin to discuss that separately in our final term. So you can definitely appreciate how those searching techniques really work as we go the process class. I know it's not familiar to you yet since I'm trying to explain to you the basic pa man lang pero medyo na ano na kamo. It might be difficult to you to understand if you don't have any perspective already for those cases. But don't you worry in that. We have to make it step by step. Now, the relationship between data structures and algorithm, they are definitely come with each other as always, because data structures organize the data, while algorithm describe how the data will be processed. So of course, data structures will definitely tell you on how to organize this thing, how to sort these things out. For example, I'll begin to map out this certain name, for example, Miliares. I will begin to record this into a certain hash functions from the if I know that artists can still remember this one. From this one, for example, Miliares, I'll begin to calculate the certain number, i-divide ko na siya into 10, and then kwaon ko ang iyang remainder, and then ibutang ko na siya dito sa hash table ko. Like, just like that, we'll begin to handle that one. And then there will be cases, amo na siya ang ano mo, sa pag-arrange mo. And then, if ever that there will be a hash collision, when we say hash collision class, ang duwa ka element, ang duwa ka certain number or similares kag si Montebon, for example, it will be inserted into index number 5, and that's not allowed when we are utilizing a hash map. So how can we correctly do that? We can also utilize those hash collision. There will, I mean, we can address those collision handling, which is, it could be a separate chaining, it could be those mga linear, mga binary and such. There will be four types of certain nga maka provide or makahandle sa mga collisions like those. Anyway, pretty much the performance of an algorithm often depends on the data structures used to store the information. Therefore, programmer must select a suitable combination of data structures and algorithms. So as what I mentioned to you, that in our cases class, that when we tackle, when we solve a certain scenario, when we solve a certain cases or in your program or and such, you have to come to think, you have to realize how these data structures work, how this algorithm works. Is it suitable? Is it really functional when it comes to this one? Because if Sir Max will begin to ask me how hash map really work, how array really work, if you cannot suffice it, if you cannot answer that, if you cannot suffice my question, of course, automatic zero. So that's why in your proposal, you must come to think of that. Nga, ang imo data structures and algorithm is really aligned in every cases. Ang functionalities here, for example, you will begin to utilize the array in this field, ang mga text button mo, I'll begin to accept the mga names of arrays, just like that, and then I'll begin to use the hash map, and then directly into it will be recorded in the specific hash table. And if ever there will be hash collision, how will you handle that one if you were able to also put that into your codes as well? So you have to ano gidya, decide ahead of time before you can consider that this might be effective or this might be efficient as you go with the process. So understand, by the way, are you still following, or am I too fast then? Yes, I'm so fast. Pretty much okay pa man, kaya pa man sa ano. Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Uwi pa? Okay. Now let's actually go ahead and proceed. So binary search is efficient when the data is stored in a sorted array, but it cannot work correctly on randomly arranged data without preparation. So as I already mentioned that earlier, that binary search is definitely gonna work for the sorted array. So mention ko na kagina. Now, a real-world application of data structures and algorithm are used almost every computer application. They help applications manage large amounts of information and respond efficiently to user requests. Different applications require different structures depending on how their data must be processed. So, of course, you as an IS, for example, or IT or EMC or computer science, you cannot just simply saying data structure is not there. Data structures is not functioning there. Of course, data structures is always there. As you go with the process, as you go with with your capstone or your research in the future, of course, you might not appreciate that data structures and algorithm is working. You know, in everything, data structures and algorithm is really important because without that fundamental, without the because if you're trying to build a house, ang data structures and algorithm, amo ni siya ang ano mo, blueprint mo kumbaga. Amo ni siya ang foundation mo nga makabuild ka sang amo ng abalay. So if you're not trying to plan ahead of time what will be the main algorithms, what will be the main data structures that you will begin to utilize, of course, it will not be effective. You cannot certainly solve a certain scenario or a certain big problem in the future. Okay. Now, sir, why is it connected to EMC? Why is it connected to IS? Of course, in IS, you might come to consider ang if you're trying to work on with business field, for example, you're trying to deal with data. Data can be mapped out into hash tables, for example, if you will begin to record that. And if you're trying to work on with EMC, mga single and dimensional arrays or matrices, you're trying to deal pertains to that. Mga graphics nyo, ang mga since mga vectors that's connected with discrete structures naman. And then pertains to IT, there will be mga route optimization, paano mo ni siya makuan. For example, you will begin to create a like a grab nga application nga kung makadto sa places like from the Plaza Bacolod going to UNOR, there will be a shortest path technique. You can actually create use that one, either Dijkstra's algorithm, either Prim's algorithm, Kruskal's algorithm. There will be many and such that you can also work on that. Hindi lang kay isa ka topic, there will be many cases. That's why class in my thesis right now, ako masters, I know that there will be a quick sort technique already in our data structures and algorithm, which is really fast when it comes to sorting. But that I can still say nga the 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 functionalities of quicksort does not suffice or it's not really good when it comes to industry level subong, because when it comes to millions of data set or thousands of data sets, if you're trying to work on with quicksort, although that it is really quick to it will certainly damo man na siya nga swaps, partition and such, but of course I still consider to improve that. In my thesis right now in UP, I'm trying to work on I'm trying to build that gap, although it's not really a big problem. However, I consider that a big problem because I wanted to innovate something. So ang quicksort, ginahubra ko siya Sir Max Hybrid Quicksort. When we say I do have a three models where there will be machine learning models that I also consider to bridge those gaps, and of course mas better pang akon nga algorithm, and I'll be going to show you in terms of that soon as we go through, so that you can also basically ma-shift ka mo computer science in the future, mahambal ka mo sir, ma-shift na lang ko CS because I was inspired to you then. So it might be a cases, 'di ba? Miliares, you can anyway, ano lang na advertisement. Okay, so and the real world application here, social media platform use graph to represent users and connection. I already mentioned that social media, how ang social media mag-work ang graph. So say for example, amo ni siya. Let me just give you an overview paano na siya ga-work nga ang graph data structures were ginayus ta na siya when it comes to this social media. Like for example, amo ni siya ang graph. Okay. So as if nga mga nodes ni siya ha, or vertices. Si butang ta si Montebon ni siya. And then si Montebon may friend siya nga isa ka afam, ikaduwa ka afam kay Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Just like for example, amo na ang iya nga scheduling for working on sang iya nga friends. So, pertains to that class, ang work sang graph data structure, say for example, ang iya nga friend, ang iya nga AFAM number 1, connected to AFAM number 2, or friend man AFAM number 2, AFAM number 3, and such. For example, pwede like that. They are friends. Like for example, in Facebook, pwede sila magka-friend or what so ever. And then, kakita ka mo na sa Facebook nga there will be such cases nga mahambal sa imo. Do you know AFAM and AFAM number 4.4? Kung kilala mo ni siya, friend ni AFAM number 1. And if you know this, you can add this person. Nakita nyo na sa Facebook or wala? Have you actually encountered that? Were you able to observe that in Facebook or any platform? Wala? Okay. So, paano na siya ga-work na may suggested nga friends? So, say for example, si AFAM number 3 ni Montebon, may ara siya another friends. So, mag-mention na sa Facebook nga kilala mo ba ni Ayhansi, amo ni siya nga AFAM, pwede mo ni siya ma-add. Amo na siya ang cases sang graph data structures when it comes to social media. That's how it works. That's the theory behind why nga may mga suggested like those cases. Hopefully you were able to understand that thing, since that simple lang na saya. Hapos-hapos lang ng bagay. Now, when it comes to navigation application, use graph algorithms to determine routes. So, as what I have mentioned to you, that ang Grab subong ga-utilize na siya sang graph data structure. For example, from UNOR pagkadto sa plaza, paano niya ginagamit? So pwede siya kay 'di ba ari sa amo ni nga bangga patio, or bangga sang bangga nyo, pwede may na siya bay, may other routes nga alternatives nga for example, pwede makalabay di or pwede makalabay to, because they're utilizing for example a shortest path technique or minimization or minimum spanning tree. For example, they were able to utilize that. I-discuss tama na as we go as we go through with this process. When we say shortest path technique, it will eventually give you a certain direction nga kung diri ka maglabay, there will be a shorter destination as you go through with your destination. Or it could be a minimum spanning tree. When we say minimum spanning tree, every node that you will be going to visit, for example, the A is connected to B, C, and D nga mga route. Like for example, ang UNOR, connected siya sa amo ni nga bangga, sa A, bangga B, bangga C. So, either mas-select siya kung ano ang weight niya, ano ang iyang number of weights, because there will be a weighted graph as that we will begin to illustrate in the future. Like for example, 10, 15, 20. Of course, when we say minimum spanning tree, we will begin to select those minimum weights. So that's how it works in graph data structures when we are utilizing to routing optimization. That's why if you're IT nga mag-work ka sa mga optimizing algorithm, you can utilize any cases like those. And then web browser use stacks to manage page history. So when we say stack class, like for example, kung ma-attend ka bala punson, ara na plato, naka-stack na siya. When we say stack, pile from bottom to top, 'di ba? Kung makuha kaya sang plato, hindi siya pwede sa baba, hindi siya pwede sa dalom, kundi sa babaw kagid mauna. Because stack is having this characteristics. It is definitely last in first out. Kung ano tong pinaka-last nga ginbutang mo, amo tong una mo ma-access. Like for example, when you put a new plate nga ginhugasan mo, alangan man ibutang mo sa pinakadalom. That makes no sense at all. You will begin to put that at the topmost level of that plate. And then once you will begin to get a new plate because you will begin to eat, you can actually access the top element. That's how it works. Now, how does that connect in the in specific browser history? Like for example, si butang mo bi si Severino Mang Chiksa, may nakilala siya nga nursing number 1. I-check niya 6 p.m. Pag ano naka-feed na siya sa dalom. 6:05 p.m. nang chicks na naman siya sa CBA. So amo na siya nga cases ga pile up from bottom to topmost. In this scenario, class, for the stock level, kung i-delete mo naman ang history mo, may ara naman na siya nga question, do you want to delete from 5 hours ago, 1 hour ago, or all of the time? Those are the cases. It is definitely observing a stock implementation. Are you actually following K23 or are you not there? Are you still there? Okay, because I can actually see that some of you were not able to turn on their camera, nag-off na. And then for operating system, use queues to schedule process for operating system, for example, sa hospital, um, naka-utilize na sila queue data structures just like priority queue cases because it will not be good class if ever that you will begin to use just a simple queue. When we say simple queue, you can insert at the rear point and then you can remove at the front end. When we say that one, for example, mabayad ka sa accounting. Kung ikaw ang nauna, ikaw ang una ma-entertain. But if ikaw ang ulihi, ma-wait kaya sang queue number mo. That's how it worked for queue data structures. But when it comes to hospital cases, that is definitely a priority queue. There will be a high priority cases, there will be an average priority, and there will be low priority. That's why makita mo ng iban nga sakit lang ang tiyan mo, 3 hours, 4 hours ka pa ma-entertain sa hospital. Because that's how it work. Alangan naman ang lapit na mapatay, hindi nila pag-entertain, di ba? Kung mapatay na karon, ikaw hindi pa man ka mapatay, later pa man ka. So of course, I will not begin to entertain you then. So that's how it work in such hospital cases. Now, databases use trees and hash tables to retrieve records efficiently. Say, as what I have mentioned to you earlier, when we map out a certain data, like ang number 5, you will begin to calculate using hash map, divide that into 10, and then get the modulo, and then you can insert that into which number. For example, 5 divided by 10, and then 0 and remainder 5. So of course, you can actually insert that into the hash map index number 5. You can actually work on with that with regards to that. No worries, we will begin to dig deeper when it comes to those kind of cases as we go through with the discussion. Now, let's actually move on to the data type. When we say data type, what is data type, by the way? I know that you have been able to encounter that in your programming one. Mr. Villa, what do you think is data type? What is data type? Hello? John Emmanuel?
Hello, sir. Hello,
Mm-hmm.
sir. Hello, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Ang data type, sir, there are two types, which is primitive data and non-primitive data.
Okay, perfect. So, when we work on with primitive data types or kung mahambal data types, ano gina siya ayhan ng data type? Silvano, what do you think? What comes in your mind when we tackle all about data type?
Information being stored, sir.
Mm-hmm. Aside from that?
Um,
Mm-hmm. Omero, what about you? What do you think is data type?
Value, sir. Or value or numbers, sir.
Value or a number? Yes, Española, you wanted to answer.
Classification of data, sir, which tells the compiler or interpreter how the programmer intends to use of data, sir.
Okay, perfect. Aside from that, do you wanted to add something, Aris?
Sir, when we talk about data type, usually we refer to integers, floats, strings, boolean, array list, and object.
Okay, perfect. Those are the primitive data types that you have just mentioned. When we say data types class, so defines the kinds of value that variable can store. It also determines the valid operations that may be performed on the value data types of the computer interpret the value and such. So for this one, data types just simply let you understand kung anong pwede ma-hold sang imo container. For example, int x equals to blank. Like for example, like that. So when we say int, that will be that's certainly saying nga integer ang iyama record. When we say integer, that is just a whole number, could be like that. And when we say car, it can be a certain word or string or such. And then when we say ano pa, ay letters for car. What about string? That is a sort of a set of elements. When we say long, may mga float, may mga ano pa na siya, damo-damo na siya, bay? And then, examples here, int age and such, boolean equals true, mga hapos na na siya ng mga bagay. I know that you were able to discuss that as in your last meeting sa inyong programming 2 or programming 1. Now, primitive and non-primitive data types. Primitive data types are Java's basic built-in types that directly represent simple values. When we say basic, ano na siya, it could be syntax na siya talaga sang imo nga programming language. When we say non-primitive data types, represent objects and more complex collection of information. You have to instantiate this one, and there will be, you have to create objects, classes, and such. Unlike primitive variables, reference variables normally store a reference to an object. So that's how primitive and non-primitive data types work then. There will be the types here for the primitive. Ang usual syntax will be the byte, long, short, int, and such. And for non-primitive data types, this is the thing that we'll begin to learn in our data structures and algorithm as we go through with the process, which will be the interfaces, list, linked list, the stack, and the queue. Now, introduction to abstract data types. When we say abstract data types, it is a logical description of data and the operations that can be performed on it. It explains what the structure should do without requiring users to know how it is internally implemented, and this operations allows programmer to use structures through its expected behavior. So for abstract data type class, this is definitely another operation that we will begin to instantiate nga this represent as a stack or as a queue or as a linked list, and we will begin to encounter that as we go through with this process as well. So for abstract, for a stack abstract data type states that the element follows the last in first out principles, but it does not require if it is utilizing the array-based implementation or linked list-based implementation. But we can work on with regards to that. It depends on how we map out sang aton nga coding in the future. Now, there will be components of the abstract data types then. The components for that contains the type of data it can hold, the operations that users can perform, and the behavioral rules governing those operations. The operation describe what users are permitted to do with the data. The behavioral rules explain the expected results of every valid operations. So sa abstract data type class, amo ni siya ang serving rules mo to implement kung ano gid man ayhan ang certain thing nga gusto mo matabo sa imo nga process. Ano ang gusto mo nga what will be the functionalities of this specific work that you will begin to function as you go through with your implementation, just like those amo na ang cases. And then for the data structures, simply amo ni siyang whole code. Then for the certain function nga gusto mo matabo, amo ni siyang abstract data types then. Now, three main components here will be the data or the values being managed, the permitted operation, rules, or expected behavior. As I have mentioned to you, amo ni siya ang scope lang sang imong implementation nga gusto matabo as you go through with the process. Gusto mo nga there will be insertion, there will be deletion, there will be accessing of the element, there will be removal or checking the container if it is full or not, just like that. So example here then. A stack abstract data type stores elements, support the push, pop, pick follows the last in first out rule. So As I have mentioned to you, may mga operations nga ang most of the operation, insertion, deletion, ang push is inserting, ang pop is deleting, and then pick is just accessing the element, or we're just checking the element if it is what will be the element in that particular topmost right now. And then afterwards, you're trying to, okay, just a second. Okay. So, where are we? We're still here. Okay. Now, main ano lang giniya, main functions lang ginangaton nga gina-focus when it comes to abstract data types. Now, for abstract interfaces and implementation, the interface describes the operations available to users of an abstract data type. The implementation contains the actual data representation and algorithm used to perform those operations, and users can work with the interface without needing to understand all the internal code. So as what I have mentioned to you nga, naka-focus lang gini siya sa main function niya, sa gusto niya nga matabo sang imo nga code. Then, ano ang rules mo, ano ang gusto mo nga scope sang imo nga work as you go through the process, that is just the thing that will going to happen for the abstract data type lang. And then afterwards, example here then. So we have a certain simple codes here that I wanted you to explain. What does it mean, by the way? Can you tell me, Mr. Disolong, what does that mean? Yes, Disolong?
Sir.
What does that mean?
Wait lang, sir.
Yes? Mr. Disolong, are you still there?
Sir.
Mm-hmm. What does that code mean? Yes, Bisbanos, you're raising your hands, but I'll begin to go back to you, Mr. Disolong, later on. Prepare.
So the meaning of this code, sir, is the void push is to insert the T item, and then the pop in the pop is the T sentence gonna delete it in the pick if it's gonna check whether the T character is still there or not, and then the boolean is empty, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Okay,
take, sir.
perfect. Yes, what about you? Anything to add, Mr. Disolong? Let's go back to you then. Are you still there? Yes, Disolong? Can you hear me? Okay, you're not there? Do you want me to kick out you in this room? Do you want me to remove you in the meeting? Hello, class, are you still listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Aldrin, what happened to you? Is it hard class or is it simple? Maybe I assume that even 5 months inside the womb of their mother can answer the question. Diba? Anyway, mga lines ko naguluwa na. So for example, for this one, we are trying to work on with a simple stack operation. For a simple stack operation, so expected that we are trying to work on with a link with a last in first out method. So for this one here, we are having a void push a specific item when we say we are trying to push or we are trying to insert a specific element or a numbers, for example, arrays or whatever. Then afterwards, we pop the certain one element at the topmost, and then we check the T, which is the peak. We're trying to access what is the element in that topmost element right now. And then we're trying to check the container if it is having a specific element or not, if it is empty or not. We're trying to use the boolean if it will print out true or false only. Now, simple lang man na siya nga codes, but as we go through with the process, base magka-simple na siya. So, abstract data type is the logical specification of what operations are available and how they should behave. A data structures is the concrete organizations of data used to implement that specification, and one abstract data type may therefore have several possible data structures implementation. So, of course, class, as what I have mentioned to you, ang abstract data type is ang ano ang operation nga scope niya. Kung ang hambal ka data structures, damo-damo ini siya ang whole code mo, which will be the whole functionalities, but ang abstract data type, ang certain rules mo lang, ang certain nga scope lang sang imo implementation as you go through with the functionalities. Now, the comparison for that here, there will be abstract data type for the linked list, array or linked list based stack. There will be array or linked list based as well for the implementation. And Q abstract data type, we can also use circular array or linked list. When we say circular array, the one node is connected to the end node. When we say end node, ang pinaka-last mo nga element is connected to the first element. So, no worries on that. We will begin to really explore that once we will begin to work on with linked list and then Q data structures, we will begin to work on with those process. And then for map, for the hash tables or search tree, we'll begin to utilize with mga heap trees, mga AVL trees, mabalance-balance na naman as we go through. Namin na siya nga experiences. Ma-enjoy gid ka muna. And then for the, what else? For the, ano pa man? Map, hash map, you will calculate that using, it could be, depends sa imo hash table. Kung hash table mo 10, i-divide mo sa 10, and then check mo ang reminder, and then you will begin to store that element into the specific remainder. That's how it will work. Now, the common abstract data type operations here then, different operation based on their intended behavior, allow users to add, remove, or as what I have mentioned to you, that ang basic lang mga functionalities, those are the adding, removing, and such. And then after that, they may also provide operation for checking the size or determining which is the is empty operation or the is full operation. You can add those implementations then. Now, are there any question pertains to that? Question? Ma-quiz na ta?
No, sir.
Okay. Shall we have a quiz? Now, the common operation, as what I have stated, there will be insertion, deletion, peak operation, and then is empty, is full operation, and checking what will be the element and such. There will be update. We will begin to deal with that thing. Then after that, the common abstract data type include list, stack, queues, set, map, priority queue, and such. So you will begin to consider, come to think of that, if what will be the certain data structure that is really suitable when it comes to your needs. So for example, if you're trying to bridge the gap in that particular problem, make sure that you have to consider if linked list, if it is really suitable when it comes to this implementation, if the stack operation, if queue data structure, if it is really useful, you have to come to consider with those cases then. Now, you as the programmer, you have to select an abstract data type based on the operations and behavior required by the application. So why is it a need, by the way? Everybody. Why is it a need as a programmer? You have to consider which data structures or algorithm that you have to think or that you have to implement into your project, for example, into your activities. Why do we need to really think ahead of time? What will be the abstract data type that we'll begin to implement then? Tinsay. What do you think? Damo men sa likod mo, ha? Yes, Mr. Tinsay? Are there any idea when it comes to that? Why is it a need as a programmer that we have to consider those in the first place? I can't hear you. What happened to your um audio? Can you fix it? You're not audible? Okay. Maybe you can actually exit and then rejoin if you can't if ever that you might have a hard time right there. What about you, Mr. Claor? What do you think?
Para sir, smooth ang development, sir.
I'm sorry? Pardon?
Para sir, smooth ang operation, sir.
Okay, smooth operation. Okay. What about what else aside from that one? Guara. Yes, Mr. Jasper. Yes, Mr. Jasper, since you've actually turned off your camera, do I need to remove you in this room or do you want me to kick you out? Can you hear me well, by the way, everybody? Guara. Wala si Guara. Absinan? I can't hear you, dear. Maybe I can remove you in the meeting since you're not responding.
Sir,
Okay? Yes? What do you think? Are you
I don't
sleeping?
have
Are you not
an
listening?
I don't have an idea, sir.
No, I will not begin to accept that answer. You don't have any idea? No, that's not acceptable. That means to say that you're not listening to our discussion. Yes?
Um,
Because you are a programmer. You are already a second year. You already managed to solve complicated project in your first year term, and you have to consider why is it a must that you will begin to consider that you have to select as appropriate data structures or we can say those abstract data types then.
what's the sir? Question again?
No, I don't have to repeat myself over and over again. If you can't answer that, you may freely leave the classroom. Severino, what about you? You're trying to raise your hands.
Ano sir, batian ako sir.
Yes.
Ano sir, we should choose the appropriate data sir, ahead of time because it helps us make our program more efficient, sir.
Perfect. That suffices the needs of my question. What about you, Bismanos? You're trying to say.
To see what fits the most for the application, sir, and for the better quality of life or for of the user for the application.
There you have it. So it's a must that you will begin to consider ahead of time if it is really a need that I'll begin to use the insertion, deletion, or undo or redo as I go with the process, di ba? You cannot just simply say nga, ang amo nga functionalities, kwaon ko ang is empty operation, I'll begin to implement then that one, where in fact it's not useful in your application. It's like that, di ba? You have to consider if it is really a need. So you have to ask what, why, and how, just like those. So make sure to always remember those cases. So examples here, list will be for the ordered collection, stack, like last in first out, those are the characteristics for those data structures or abstract data types then. Queue, first in first out, set is a collection of unique elements, map, collection of key value pairs. No worries, we'll just really discuss that as we go through the process. There will be a specific example pertains to this one. A stack stores element according to the last in first out principle. So what do you think is stack operations so far? If you can actually see that there in the presentation, what do you think is stuck, Mr. Lungakit? Yes, Mr. Lungakit? The example, the meaning, the real world scenario was stated right there. So I wanted to hear coming from you, what will be your perspective then? Yes? Wala? Mr. Bernard Lungakit, are you still there? Do you want me to kick you out in the meeting? Tanawa bala karon pag attendance kay mag-present na sila pero kung during discussion you will not begin to say anything. That's the style of the student. I've been there than that. Yes? What about you, Cedrics?
To me, sir, it looks like it removes the first part first to see what it has and scan and analyzes its part.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Amo na ako mag-answer.
So for the stack operation, as what I have mentioned to your earlier class, the most recently added element is the first element removed, and its primary operation are push, pop, and peak. A stack of blades removes the topmost plate first. As what I have mentioned to you earlier, that the stack operation is just a one-ended behavior that you can just simply access the topmost element that you do have in your container, and then you cannot just access the lower part of that because of course it is one ended only. Now, what about here for the application, undo and redo operation, browser history, method call management, expression evaluation? So of course, class, that's what I have stated to you for the stack operation. Kung mag-undo ka, mag-redo, mag-control Z ka, makuha na siya dito sa imong history, ma-remove na siya for example, and then mag-redo naman ka, ma-insert naman na siya liwat sa imong stack. That's how it worked then. And then, for the Q abstract data type, or example, a Q stores element according to the first inverse of principle and such. Can you explain that one? Since I've already mentioned that earlier. So we'll just have to check. What's your understanding? Mr. Candido. Yes? Yes, Franz Marco Candido? What do you think? Are you still there? Wala?
Wait lang, sir. Puminsan ko, sir.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure? Yes, Tinsai, you're actually raising your hands. What do you think is it? Yes? I can hear you, but it's not really working that much. Yes? What happened to your audio? Yes? Wala? I can't hear you. What about you, Mr. Alvarez? What do you think is that?
Uh, Good sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, of course.
So a queue is a data structure that follows first in, point out, sequence, where the first element added is the first one removed.
So what in your own words, what do you think is Q abstract data types that was stated right there? That has been stated in the example in that presentation.
So in my own understanding, sir, it's like a uh, customer, first come first serve, sir.
First
The
come,
first
first
one,
serve.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the first one who enters is the first one who served or like that.
Okay. Aside from that one, can you actually give us? Yes, Candida, you're actually raising your hands.
For me, sir, it's like first person to line up, first one, first first to lead new people will join us.
Okay? So, ano nagka-party sa inyo? All right. So anyway, for the Q abstract data type example right there, so as being stated that it is following a certain functionalities, which is the first and first out. Yes, you're right that it is really following a first come first serve situation, where in fact, in reality, if you are coming early, if you are first right there, so you will be first. You first will be served, and then once you come late, of course, you will be served in the last since you will begin to be added in the rear end, and then the operation of the queue abstract data type will be first and first out will be inserted in the rear point and then will be removed in the front end. That's how it will gonna work. Now, in daily life, the first customer who enters a service line is normally served first, and that's right. So there will be print job scheduling, customer request processing, process scheduling, message handling, of course, class that is really that is definitely working you using this queues data structures, and we can definitely um deal with that as we go through with our process soon. Okay, my separate topic is the for queues data structures. Now, what about for list? What do you think will be this one, Mr. Guara, giving you a chance?
Sir,
Mm-hmm. What do you think
di
is
may ba
list
diyan, sir?
abstract data type example? Yes, of course, you are actually audible.
Di may ba diyan, sir?
Mm-hmm. Are you sure that I'm not audible in your end? Can you not hear me clearly, everyone?
Sa ako lang ulit, sir.
Hindi nyo ko bation, class?
Okay, answer.
Okay.
Okay lang, sir. Okay yan, sir. Okay yan, sir.
All right. Yes, Mr. Guara, go ahead.
Um, list editing.
Yes? You're
Because,
saying
sir,
something?
for me, sir, is like, allows you to, ano, sir, or access and insert, sir.
Mm-hmm. And not satisfied
Well,
with the
sir,
answer. What about you? Sino pwedeng maka-answer? Oh, there you have it, Mr. Pedrosa. How about you?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Pwede pa repeat, sir, kay medyo
No,
gahod
I don't
gid.
have to repeat myself. If you're trying to be a good student, of course you have to listen carefully.
Mayo bigyan na clear, sir.
No,
Siya
that's not a valid reason. What about you, Didoroy?
Wait lang yun, sir.
Yes?
Hello, sir.
Yes, of course, you're audible right now.
So, in my understanding, sir, the list it allows you to implement
What? You're not audible right now? Napan? Yes?
Sir?
You're cutting in and out. Yes, so you're raising your hands again. What about you, Paroko?
Hello, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, for me, sir, in my own understanding, you can manipulate the list of the elements, sir. You can add, remove, or either access and update the inside of the elements, sir. I mean, in the
Mm-hmm.
list.
Okay, so for the list class, it is an ordered collection in which elements occupy identified position. It allows users to add, remove, access, and update element depending on its rules. A list may also permit duplicate values, of course. Pertains to this one class. This is absolutely a node-to-node basis. And the duplication is really allowed here then. For example, Damo Damo Alvarez, that's fine. Damo Damo Sang Paroko, that's fine here. So it will be enclosed here. Naka ano pa na siya, naka-bracket, but of course we'll begin to learn as we go through with that linked list na jud siyang implementation. The list may be implemented using an array, dynamic array, or linked list operation soon. Okay. Set and map abstract data type example. What do you think is this? There's Dawn. Okay, perfect. Yes, what do you think? Oops. Let me reshare it. Wala na lang. Yes, Silvano? Let me reshare that 1 second. Set. Okay, there you go. So what is set and map abstract data type example? Yes. Do you think? Going back to you, Mr. Pedrosa. Okay, Villa, you're raising your hands.
Sorry. Ang data type, yes sir, ano, ng string sir. Because it cannot duplicate this with the same name, sir.
Okay. So for pertains to this operations then for the set, we can utilize here the hash map, mga trees, data structure. Of course, that's not allowing a duplications then. We can definitely work on with such handlings pertains to that in the future then. There will be a key value pairs that we will begin to consider to apply with regards to that one since we'll begin to calculate the certain hash value when it comes to that in the future, where each identifies a corresponding value, as stated right there. Sets are suitable for checking membership, while maps are suitable for retrieving information through a unique identifiers. Each of the items will be separately mapped out in the separated different indices rather. Now, there will be a certain examples here. So, si Java, Python, C++, pwede na, that is a specific set, a collection of elements. For the map example, say for example, kung mahambal kaya nga 2026-001 nga ID, that serves as the nature or the reference to Ana Santos. For 2026-002, that is the reference for Ben Cruz. That's how it will gonna work it will avoid duplication because of course in terms of 2026-001, when I will begin to access that one, it must only say that it is Ana Santos. It will not say it is Ben Cruz. So that's why it is definitely arranged in a medyo hindi man siya chronological order, but in a unique identified functions lang. Now, abstract data type implementation in Java commonly represent an ADT through an interface that declares the required operations. A class then implements the interface and provides the internal data structures and algorithms. Other parts of the program can use the interface without depending heavily on a particular implementation. So pertains to the implementations for this one. Of course, it is a must that you will begin to learn when it comes to those mga operations niya, how to insert, delete, check or access or update. You must come to think of that ahead of time because those are the usual implementations that you will begin to work with. And then by learning data structures and algorithm as you go through, be familiar with arrays and since that is the fundamental. And then we might discuss that, but of course it's not digging deeply into those kind of situations naman. All right, say for example here, then we have a certain program or code here, which is instantiating a list of array list, which serve as what? I wanted to ask you to interpret that one. Um, sino pa? What about you, Lungakit? Because Lungakit is not responding. Yes, Mr. Lungakit? Hello, Lungakit, are you still there? Or shall I remove you now? Let me just remove him. Because it's actually second time that I called him and he is not responding. What about you, Greo? Okay. Remove from the
So,
meeting. Congratulations. All right, there you have it.
um, in our array list, sir, which is named students, and it is asking for a user input, specifically, sir, a string, and then it's ano, ang unod sila, sir, kay ang Ana and Ben.
Okay, good. Perfect. And then that says right there that list represent here then we do have the linked list na we're trying to add Anna and Ben, then list represent the abstract data type or the interface as stated right there, and array list is a concrete implementation. So we do have here the initialization, which certainly says that we can change to linked list while the variable continues to use the list interfaces then. So that has been initialized right there then. Okay, so benefits of using ADT. It will reduce the complexity by hiding unnecessary implementation details from the users. They improve maintainability because an implementation may be changed without rewriting every part of the application. They also support modularity code, reuse, testing, and collaboration among programmers. Of course, class, because if you will begin to come to consider with the traditional code lang, hard-coded siya. Kung mahambal ka mag-add ka lang sang specific data, alangan mahambal ka pa nga car equals to Omero and then print car name 1 equals Omero and then ma-call ka pa print name 1. So it's definitely long. So it must be good nga you do have this ano na lang nga ma-initialize ka na lang for linked list and then afterwards you have to It could be q.add or q.push or q.offer or q.poll, just like that. It will be basic, and then the functionalities will be the same thing, and then your program will be shortened, diba? Am I making sense, everybody? What is the implementations of the abstract data types that trying to deal with? Are you still with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Now, our goal here then is to solve those problem nga hindi na ta mag use ang traditional coding nga from the scratch nga. For example, as what I have stated, mag int x is equals to 12, and then int x equals to 5, like just like that. And then it could have been better that you will begin to utilize the linked list operation, wherein you can specify q dot add amo nga element, so it will be simpler. It will not be going to take a lot of time, and then ang imong nga line hindi na maglapot sa pila ka thousands da, it will be hundreds basically. So it is really a must that you have to deal with this. May ara ka na foundations, but of course you can definitely learn as you go through the process. Now let's move on. So information hiding, reduce complexity, flexible implementation, easier maintenance, improve reusability, and better programming, program organization. As what I have mentioned to you, that this will be a certain answer for all of those cases. Kay mas strengthen ang imo implementation, mas strong ang imo implementation, and then you were able to to bridge those gaps that you can see in your current program then. And then demonstrate a stack by adding 3 values and removing most recently added value. Activity na siya. Okay. Now for this one, what about this? What do you think is this? Before we will end with our meeting, I will announce to you later on the activities. Okay? What about that? Can you tell me what does that mean? Yes? What do you think is this? Candido. What does the program says? Wala si Candido? You're not audible.
Wala, sir.
Your microphone is not working. Okay? I can hear you now.
Stop. First, wait the test in and test in
And?
first after video, sir. Okay,
Mhm.
something problem.
A
What is
stack,
it?
sir.
We're trying to initialize a stack, and then? Mhm. Wala? Yes,
Wala
you're
akong
trying
stack.
to raise your hands, Bismanos.
Yes, sir. As for my take, sir, so we have the strings, sir, books, and equals to new strings. So book push, it's gonna add the Java and algorithm data structure, and it's gonna print out the books pub, which is gonna delete all of the elements that have been put there, and then the data structures of the new elements is gonna all be removed because of the print out of the books pub. And that's my take for that, sir.
Okay, good. That's a good observation. What about you? Um, who else? Arsaga. What do you think? Based on your own understanding pertains to that code for that snippet.
For me, sir, this example shows a stack where we add Java algorithms and data structures. Since a stack follows last in, first out, data structure is removed first because it was the last one we added.
Okay, there you have it. So we were able to use there the stack implementation wherein you were able to offer or you were able to add into your container those sets of data. I mean datas. We have the Java algorithms and data structures. Once you were able to print out that, then print out the first book to be removed will be the data structures, of course, because Java will be inserted into the bottom part, then algorithm, second part, and then the third part will be the data structure. So once you will begin to print out the first functions to be removed, I mean the book to be removed will be the data structures then. Now, anyway, to sum it up, the data structures organizes information while an algorithm processes that information to solve a problem. And then the abstract data type describe the data, permitted operations, and expected behavior without specifying all implementation details. So selecting appropriate abstract data type is really a must, and implementation helps programmer create, organize, flexible, and efficient programs. So and abstract data types explains what a structure does, while its implementation explains how it does it. So as what we have mentioned earlier, sa abstract data types is ang main scope ya lang, but of course, data structures is ang tanan-tanan ng mga iyang identity. Now, with that being said, that will be the scope of our first module. And then next meeting, we will begin to continue with our next topic. But of course, I'll begin to give you since I'm almost, my battery will be, ano na, lapit na mapatay. So 20, ano na lang plus. So what I'll begin to do, I will begin to attach in our the MS team, the activity, let me just share to you what will be the first activity, which is also connected into into the next topic. So, just a second. Are there any concern, everybody? Concern? Why? Okay. Wow. Pero kung attendance na karon mag-say yes na sila. You know. Okay, this will be the first activity that you will begin to work on, which you will deal with Java syntax benchmarking exercises. And inside this activity class, there will be a certain program that I already mentioned here. There will be a mga comments na para for your ideas on how does those implementation really works. And then after that, um, this is the details here, ang iyang nga differences for the traditional class and the Java record. And then afterwards, you can also study about those implementations before you can work on with your activity number one. So for the activity number one, you have to create a new program that represents a book in two ways, a traditional class name, traditional book, and a record name, book record. So you have to complete the activity. Individuals, supposedly we're going to work on with this one sa aton nga classroom setup for 30 minutes and then afterwards checking na. But of course, I'll begin to give you ample of time for this to comply. And then during our Wednesday meeting, we will begin to check that manually on how this implementation really work. And I will begin to ask you what will be your understanding. This will be the required data that you will begin to perform, and this will be the program requirements as well. And you can also add your own improvement from the section 7 and test that. Nope, not from. Add a small improvement lang. Okay, because I removed the sections earlier. Now, you have to to work on with regards to these requirements, display and print and place short comments and such. And then once you will begin to the required output pattern must be like this. So just read that. And the small improvement, this will be the ideas here then. must be related. And if you are using AI, you must also you can also use that. But of course, the requirements, if you're utilizing AI, you have to create screenshot mo ang imong prompts ang AI, and then what will be the AI mentioned to you, and then make a certain make a certain explanation where or which part of the AI answers that you were able to copy. Make sure to document your all of those, because once you were not able to suffice those cases, of course it will automatically be the reasons of your scores na mag errors na scores mo in the future. So anyway, are there any questions pertains to the first activity that I'll begin to set up later? I'll begin to upload that once the power will be back, because I'm on the way to na get. Are there any questions, everybody? Am I too fast, by the way? Yeah, I know I am. But of course, it's okay. Hopefully that you were able to understand every details. If I may not suffice the needs, or I may not suffice the way how do you want me to really discuss everything, of course you must you can also explore pertains to this in your own ano na dras. Now, anyway, I'll begin to send this in a while. Let me just fix the
Sir,
documentation. Yes,
for
Tidore?
for
Bismanos?
hindi, Ismana, sir. For clarification, sir, are we gonna do that in the classroom, sir, or activity
Nope,
online
you will
right
begin
now?
to work on the activity in your it will be an assignment, then the checking will be inside our classroom. So of course the same thing,
Okay.
since you are working ahead of time, of course the same implementation managapon question and answer managapon portion one and one next meeting, of course. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, do I make myself clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So let me just check the attendance before we will dismiss. Okay. Now, Aliado, absent. Alvarez, late.
Sir, present.
Argentillo, absent. Arsaga.
Present, sir.
Okay, Bigornia. Okay, maybe I do have here the attendance list already. Let me just download the attendance list. Maybe it will be better. Let me just check. Okay, daw may ara na siya sa Teams mo. Before I forgot. Because if that's the case, I'll begin to matter here then. Let me just stop the recording. Here.